Hey guys, this is Rob, your online guitar teacher. Now, I'm going to have to bust open a few of the myths that have been going around. These are ones that I hear all the time, but all they serve to do is discourage people from playing or stop you from reaching the potential you want to because you're believing in this myth, and quite a lot of them are actually just lies. So here are my top 5 and the reasons why they're complete lies. So number 1, being self-taught boosts creativity. This is a myth that I've seen on the internet, on forums and on YouTube all the time, and it's usually as an argument against getting guitar lessons. It goes something like this. All the greatest musicians were self-taught, / Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles. They never learnt any music theory and couldn't read music. The logic then goes that if these guys didn't know anything about music and still became successful, why should you bother to learn anything? Well, the problem there is you're kind of saying these guys didn't know what they were doing. So like the Beatles or Jimi Hendrix didn't know what they were doing. They were just thrashing around on their instruments until they got something that sounded good. And I find that quite hard to believe. They wouldn't be able to come up with consistently good music. Okay, maybe your opinions differ on what good music is, but some people liked them. And that would not be the case if they were just thrashing around with random notes and didn't know what they were doing. Bands get good because the music is consistently good and people like it. They don't get good from randomly just hitting notes, and that just is not the way forward. They study hard. They work on their craft. In fact, I would argue that this is more reason why learning new things and maybe even getting lessons is a good idea. Because maybe these guys didn't know everything at first, but they learnt and they were willing to learn. At the end of the day, getting better at your craft is always a good thing, whether that's from reading up on books, watching videos on YouTube, or taking lessons. Number 2, the just do what feels best technique. This is kind of right and wrong at the same time, because you doing what feels best could lead you to have amazing technique, but it's probably not going to. It's probably going to end up that you do what's easiest at first, and later on down the line you have to relearn what you learnt before and kind of unlearn stuff because you learnt it the wrong way in the first place. The problem is that learning the guitar takes time, and the best techniques are not always what seems easiest at first. You often see this advice given in forums by well-meaning guitarists, and I would say you're kind of getting confused. What you really need to be saying is do what sounds best, because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing this for, the sound. Number 3, I'll never be that good, I'm just not talented. Well, did Jimmy Page have that attitude? Did Eric Clapton have that attitude? Did Jimi Hendrix have that attitude? You can't go through life like that. You can't say, I can't learn to sweep pick, I'm just not talented. I can't learn chords, I'm just not talented. I'm just going to do lead guitar all the time. Really, think about it. Nobody just relies on talent to get good at their job. I think that talent is really a dangerous concept, because although it's true that some people will pick it up faster and you could say they were talented, it kind of, as a concept, leads people to either believe they don't have talent, therefore don't try, which is wrong, because you can always learn. You can always learn to play the guitar. I've never struggled with someone who's just not talented enough. That's not a reason not to do it. Or people think they've got talent, so they don't practice. And then you end up like Dave Mustaine playing for Vivaldi. Number 4, faster is always better. Actually, this one's true. If you're playing a fast song, what you're playing should match the music. And I've seen people before try and sweep pick through a tasteful blues, and it just doesn't work. Anyway, speed is nothing without accuracy in the notes and good tone. But then we're talking about Dave Mustaine again. Don't get me wrong, playing fast can be great, and definitely practice to do it, because when you need to be able to do it, or when you want to be able to do it, it's there. But that shouldn't be all the time. Oh, and for the record, I don't hate Dave Mustaine and love Megadeth. I have a few of their albums. But it's just the Vivaldi thing. I'll link to it in the description if you want to know what I'm talking about. Number 5, Musicians are too lazy for real jobs. Well, maybe some of them are, but these are generally the people who don't go anywhere with their bands or musical projects. The truth is that most working musicians work really hard. It's just like any other job. There's no magic involved, and it's not all about luck. It's just hard work. This is despite what you may see on shows like The X Factor, American Idol, or Simon Cowell's Got a Bit of Talent. So next time you see a great band or hear a great song, be inspired to put in all the hard work that they have to get as good as them. If you like these videos, please like this video and share it with all your friends. And also subscribe to my channel. If you want to get in contact for one-on-one lessons via Skype or webcam, you can do that through my website, which is linked below. And until then, I'll see you next time.